What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be playing around with a title called Triarchy. I got into the playtest this morning, and as I understand it, it's a shipbuilding survival RPG where you're going to be taking on massive bosses. From some of the screenshots that I've seen, the bosses seem extra strength chunky in this one. And so I figured we'd give it a run for the next X amount of time and do our first impressions and see if it's the kind of game that we all want to play. I always tend to enjoy these little enshrouded style games. And so without further ado, if after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description where you can check the game out. On top of that, I also got a bunch of other Nerd Castle links down there that I think are pretty awesome with absolutely zero bias, that are just hot and ready to be clicked. But let's go ahead and start our game off. Let's punch some trees and see what kind of gear we can loot. So character customization seems to be in an okay spot right now for a playtest. They're probably going to need a little bit more, but they do have advanced modes here where you can adjust just about everything about your character. There's not an enormous amount of hairstyles, beard styles, stuff like that, about 10 at the moment for the male character. Haven't taken a look at the female character, but in the interest of no longer looking at a dude in his undies, I think we're just going to get cruising. Honestly, this moment right here, it kind of reminds me, you ever go to buy underwear at like Target and every single package, who exactly are they marketing underwear to? They always put like dudes that are ridiculously jacked on there. It's like, this is absolutely what you are not going to look like inside of these underpants, dude. You're gonna look like a muffin that gave up on itself, and I work out like 5 times a week, man. As we have many times before, we are awakening on foreign shores. It looks like our ship was not exactly down for the journey. But at the moment, we need to find a weapon and we need to find a shield. Run animation so far looks pretty decent, like that right there. Doesn't look like, well, we've got like, I was trying to see if we had inertia. You know, they were going to do that kick slide thing whenever you change directions, like so, like that right there. But it doesn't look like we have that inside of here for right now. There is a wood pile right here, and with the power of our stompy foot, we managed to harvest a lot of it. Just goes to show you, when in doubt, have powerful ankles and stomp it out. There is a bucket shield right there. I doubt the efficacy of this device, but we'll give it a go, I suppose. There's a stick over here, so I guess we just go hit them with that old whooping stick when they decide to act rowdy. We're going to need a new weapon. There's a bunch of dudes that look like they've been murdered over here. That guy, I don't know if he's good or evil, but he's got a particularly goblin look to him, so probably evil. Let me see. Oh, there's a crab over here. Can I fight this crab? Can I fight that crab right there? Get wrecked, crab. Ow, dude, he chunks. Okay. Can I lock onto him? I can. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Block seems to be fairly efficient, though, so it looks like I'm going to have to get my parry god game up on point. They want me to examine my shipwreck, so they want me to fix it and sail away. In the chaos following the fall of the Triarchy, a ship is the only path to freedom and stability. You'll need to fix this ship and put your home base on top of it. You'll need materials and a sail. Hopefully there's one to find on this island. There are signs of pirates. Okay, well, I mean, I've got the wood right there that we've just been looting from random locations over here. Figure we'll just load that up right now because I don't know if the game's going to have a weight system. It does. Okay, so that's what I was a little concerned about. We do have a weight system. That's not a good look, man. That's not how I want to die right there, just face down, ass up. That's a rough way to go out. Let's line up on this dude. I don't want to get like overly greedy with my attacks, but attacks do feel like they've got a decent amount of weight to them when you're slapping the enemy around. So that's good. With these survival sandboxes, you never quite know. They tend to be really, really assetty by default. I get sent a lot of survival RPGs and whatnot, and they can be pretty rough, and so I'm glad to see this one's actually feeling pretty decent. Smack you, then block. There we go. Yep, we having crab legs tonight. Although I've never been the biggest fan of crab. It's one of those things that everybody always acts like crab and lobster is an absolute delicacy. I have never been a major fan, and it's kind of strange because I do like prawns and shrimp. I love those more than anything. Prawns and shrimp are hella good. But, like, I think people don't actually like crab or lobster. I think they like butter. That's been my hypothesis for a long time. It's just a butter vehicle. I don't know what this dude is, but he gonna catch that switch. There it is. Take him out back. Tell him to cut himself a willow strop. We got some burlap right there. Might be able to make a sail out of that if we've got any skill at stitching, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. I don't know how to stitch. Do you know how to stitch? Because I definitely don't know how to stitch. Oh, we do lose a little bit of health when blocking. I should probably keep a mortar. Oh, like a mortar and pestle. I thought they were talking about a mortar like a gun, like a cannon that I was going to be firing at enemies. I was like, that's a chunky thing to just, oh, we can break stuff too. That's a chunky device to be carrying around inside of your wallet right there. Like the destructive effect so far. That's good. Any more gobos around here? There's a guy over there that looks like he's been impaled. I don't want to go near him, dude. His bad impalement juju might wipe off on me. Anything at the top of the tower over here? Let's go check it out. Me and my trusty bucket. It's the trust bucket. It'll go everywhere with you and never let you down. We got like some bones and things up here, but it doesn't look like there's any actual lootable nodes. We've got a severed arm that just fell off that rack right there. So my guess would be that the goblins have been a tad busy. There's a chest over on this side. Anything good inside of it? What did we get? Oh, we got money and a small radiance potion. I don't know what a radiance potion does. I'm guessing it's like a light potion or like a cat potion from The Witcher, but like who can tell? Grab a little bit more wood on that side, and in the interest of preserving some kind of dignity, I'm going to stop grabbing wood on camera. Is the spoon better than my stick? My mom was a master of spoon jitsu, dude. My mom put the whooping on you with a spoon when I was a kid. Is it like a dagger? Oh, it is. You're wielding it like a dagger. Yeah, this is like a live video of my mom every time you did anything wrong when I was 8 years old. Just wah! Like a whirlwind. She loved that wooden cooking spoon, man. By Calypsis, the little beggar's got the last of us. Captain Pizza heading the camp. Get moving and squash those gribbles. Wait, you ain't one of us. Too clean, no salt, no rum stink. Go on then, coward. Finish me off or let me be. I mean, okay. Be careful what you wish for, man. I don't want to take you out, but you planted the thought inside of my head, and now I'm no longer responsible for my actions, all right? I'm a creature of impulse. Any chance I can break this fence down over here? Also, do I have anything that will heal my body? It says that this increases health regeneration. How do I use it? R? Yeah, just eat some seaweed, man. It's the best thing that we've got. Just let it tick a little bit. I don't know how long it's going to last for. We need a bone lockpick to get inside of there. Okay, so exploration. That is also a really undignified position to die in. I don't think he's dead, though. Well, we found our first bug, but at least it's a humorous one. I mean, in the realm of bugs, you've got like the bad bugs, the annoying bugs, the game-breaking bugs. Then you have the hilarious bugs, and I'll take the hilarious bugs over the top of all the other ones. Anything else around here to loot? I'm like obsessed with breaking breakables. There was a wood pile up here, but it doesn't look like the crates or anything else are really dropping anything. There's a cave on this side. God only knows what's going to be inside this place. Ooh, damn, we got all kinds of stuff in there. A charged harpy feather, an antidote. It looks like there's still gold in that chest. You better apply yourself, sir. You better start shoveling that gold into your wallet right now. That chest should be empty by the time we leave. There's even bullion inside of there. I saw a bullion one time in my entire life, and it wasn't gold. So I had an ex-girlfriend whose grandparents owned a silver mine on the East Coast, and he had just silver ingots in his house, like a pile of them under the bed, and he liked to break them out and be like, you ever seen a silver bar before? And I was like, that's a pretty chunky chunk of... Does silver count as precious metal or semi-precious metal? Either way, kind of an impressive thing to hold in your hand. Very shiny, very delightful. I can see why human beings like to collect it. We got ourselves a goblin over here. Okay, let's shiv him up with our spoon real fast. There we go. A crudely carved bowl, some tropical nuts. Okay, and then an engraving. If you walk this far, the Triarchy yet breathes, not as throne, not as crown, but as choice. Beyond this point, the path no longer hides. Those who arrive are no longer followers, they are witnesses. High Justicar Galen, exiled, marks his day at this post. All right, well, I mean, I see more victory ahead of me, and frankly, I'm feeling a little bit bloodthirsty today. Right on the eve of the weekend, I'm ready to get down. Oh, you missed completely, brother. That was a complete... Well, actually, I lost health, so maybe he didn't completely and totally miss. Perfect. We've leveled up. Hell yeah, I'll take a level up. We got 2 burlap right there off the things that we killed. How's the talent tree look in this game? It's reasonably sizable. It's not, like, enormous, but, you know, it's there. It exists. Right now, we started out with a healing spell. I'm going to throw that on. Oh, that actually used up my point. Okay, I'm fine with that. Healing spell, definitely the kind of thing that you want to have on hand. It's nice to have a little bit of that paladini magic ready to rock, just in case things get a little tiny bit hairy. Like if it gets furry out here, you know what I mean? We got to take care of business. Some nails, I think I needed those for rebuilding the ship. So is there like a perfect parry inside this game? Let's try out this magic spell. So, like, how do I know how much magic I have? Is it one of those things that I can just do as much as I want? It's got to be those little glowing balls that are in the bottom left-hand corner, like one per cast, maybe. There is a crafting bench over here. Burlap pants feel like an okay investment. Like, some pantalones sound good to me. Wait, there's a mini game? What am I doing here? Huh. I'm not exactly sure what the point of that minigame was, but, like, I'm going to try it again. Is it just asking me what the parts are? Oh, I think it is. I think it's just, like, requesting what the parts are. You have to remember the parts when you go through the minigame in order to craft this stuff. All right, we got real pantalones on now, and we've got ourselves a spear. Unfortunately, we no longer have a shield, but it looks like this hits a little bit harder, and we got some treasure right here. What we got going on? We got nails, we got money, we got a knife that can be thrown, or at least shows an acumen for it. We got some more wood on this side. All right, let's grab it. I don't remember the way that I came in from. It had to be that way. There's a bunch of dead bodies over there. There's also like a lift or something on that side that we can participate in, but I kind of want to check the remainder of the area for anything else that might be useful. We do not have a vault animation, but we do have jumping, but it's on the out key, which is kind of weird. I might swap that out as we get further on into the game. Spacebar right now is reserved for dodging, but I like to have my jump on there, and then I'll probably put it on alt or something. Oh, Pete. Oh, Pete got a cannon. Okay, all right. Pete is not playing with our nonsense right now. He's dead, and we got a dream catcher. Sick, dude. He got a cannon. Is he shooting at the goblins? Is that what's happening here? Uh-huh. Okay, so he straight up wrecked the goblins. Yeah, maybe stay out of the way of that. Ow! Okay. Yup, Pete's a little bit of a crusher-nator out here. That hurt. Whoa, okay. He got a little bit of the follows, too. I gotta figure out his moveset before I actually, like, dedicate to fighting this guy. There we go. There we go. There we go. We got some damage off. We're making it happen. Get outside of his AoE real fast. And this is probably going to be our introduction to the fact that bosses in this game are a big, giant threat. Okay? Oh, I let him whoop me, dude. Okay, stay out of the way of it. Animation breaking actually feels pretty good in this game. If you don't know what animation breaking is, it means that out of the middle of the animation set, like the individual frames of an attack animation, you can break it, and then you can dodge out of it. You're not locked into the action. Feels very, very good and satisfying. That's a frequent failure point for a lot of games that I play around with. Is he staggered right now? Oh, yeah, when he's staggered, he starts taking big crits. Okay, so we got to pay attention to stability and whatnot, too. You combo away. I don't think you're going to hit anything, but, like, you know, I'll throw you one little dodge roll just out of respect. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, we made it out. We made it out. We're all right. We're all right. We're holding in there. You really got to respect a man's upper body strength if he can swing around an 8-pounder. That's a pretty big cannon. There you go, Peter. Take a little nap. We got a tricorn right there. Okay, well, killed a man and stole his hat. The beginning of our piratical adventure. There is a sail over here, which we absolutely needed for building up our ship. And then let me have a look around for any treasures that might be in the area. I'm sure there's a couple of them here just wheedled away. We got cash out of there. What do we get out of this one? Another radiance potion. I'm guessing radiance are the little yellow dots that allow me to cast spells like so. However, they do slow you down fairly considerably when you go to cast a spell. You will not be dodging or like breaking that animation, so be careful before you fire it off because it's kind of like flasking in a Dark Souls game. There is like a little hidden beach back here that we can get after. What's that, just like a bone pile? A whittled bone lockpick. Okay, well, if it doesn't break, that'll allow us to get into the other areas of the goblin location. We've got an ore right there. Aw, dude, what the hell is that thing? Okay, the shellbound collector. Good enemy variety so far for just like a little intro tutorial to the game. Fall back on that. he doesn't have like a massive amount of openings, so I just got to stop myself from getting greedy here. Or I can just get smacked in the face repeatedly and just be a flying brick. That's my other option. He's staggered, so let's finish him off. I do like the way that it changes out the sound effect for something deeper, more bassy, and impactful when you finally get the kill. We leveled up off that, which is good. He had a treasure chest on his back. I was actually hoping that I could loot that treasure chest, but give me a little bit of that right there. Oh, looks like it retroactively counts all the tutorial tasks that I was doing too. That's nice. I always skip tutorials, and I never like going back to do all the rudimentary, like jump 3 times, shift the camera actions after I've been playing the game for a little while. That breaks. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to actually break. Down it goes. We got to get back to our ship, man. I don't even know where the hell I am right now. I see dead bodies, though, and I think that's my ship. Let's fix the ship first, and after we fix up the ship, then we will go unlock all those little areas that were inside the goblin location and see if we can get ourselves a little bit more treasure for the road. So on the ship here, we've got the wood, we've got the nails, and it is now my ship. Okay. How do I just like, oh, okay, so we can have like a mast here. We've got our forward facing, I think, so we want the mast to kind of be like that way. I'm just going to center it off the best that I possibly can, and hopefully that does not look like it's facing the right way to me. I had to look at the keybinds to figure out exactly how to destroy an object, but luckily it's all listed in there, so that's good. Boom, little sail action right in the middle of here. Let's throw some resources at it. We're probably going to need some more stuff before this gets done. Oh, no, it's done. All right, do I unfurl it, or does it just have, like, arcadey controls? Oh, that was probably a mistake. Can I raise the sail back? Yeah, raise the sail back. We're headed for rocks. Oh, Jesus. A significant feeling of weight on the ship, which is actually refreshing. That feels really, really nice. It is not arcadey at all. It's actually a very, very, very heavy vessel. It takes a second to come about, and so good. I like things to feel weighty and heavy when I play games like this. Let me go unlock those doors real quick and see if we can get anything good out of it. So with our Whittlebone lockpick, it looks like we got another goblin inside of here. Break out the spear real quick, and we'll just kind of sneak attack this guy. The sneak attack has failed terribly. Wrist shackles. Oh, they count as armor. All right, well, I guess I'll wear them for right now. Maybe we can use them like an improvised weapon or something. Another Whittlebone lockpick right there. A little bit more wood for the road. I said I wasn't going to do this on camera anymore. You're just feeding chat all kinds of jokes right now. Never found a piece of wood that he wouldn't pick up. A health potion. Okay. On my talent tree, I do have 2 more things available. I'm going to go for stamina. I'm always heavy on stamina when it comes to Soulsy-style games. I hate it when my little yellow meter runs out and I got to stop attacking to stand there and pant for a little bit. Always annoys me. I don't think I checked this cave either. There's like a big-ass fish over there. A nice stylization to the art style, too. Like, it's a very, very charming-looking game. Very smooth, without becoming waxy almost. Back aboard the ship, just as the sun's beginning to rise, I'm going to get like a crafting bench done over here. I feel like that feels like a solid play to me. We'll put that right there just to see how it benefits us. And now we've got our own crafting bench to fool around with. I could make some wrist guards, flint axes, but I'm going to need stone for that. So I think we're going to have to go elsewhere in order to find those resources because this island's looking pretty tapped out to me. I'm going to take the helm. Let's unfurl the sails. Hopefully, I can drift this thing to the left just hard enough that I'm not going to hit those rocks right there. And let's go see what other islands have available to us. We don't have a map or anything right now, so, like, I think we're just going to have to drift and just take things as they come. I'd like to find that looks like there's some kind of fort or something over here. Let's go investigate that real quick because we've got the light on our side for right now. I was trying to like eliminate recording nighttime darkness that your eyeballs can't see as much as possible. But let's pull in right here without grounding the ship. And we'll hop overboard real fast, and it looks like there is some stuff laying around on the shore. Also some XP opportunities because I'm pretty close to level 5. Smack you up real quick. There you go. Taste it. Feel it. Own it. Hey, we've got flint. That'll get us an axe. That's something. And it looks like there's another one over here. As many flints as I can get my hands on is what I'm excited about. There we go. Knock him out. And then another flint right there. Let's head up the hill. I'm looking for kind of, what is that thing, right? Can I pick up that giant ammonite right there? Can't pick up the ammonite. However, we can pick up a big combat with a bunch of crabs that are actually fairly social. Crab colony. You don't expect crabs to look out for one another, but I was reading a thing the other day that hermit crabs have figured out the housing crisis, dude. So apparently if a hermit crab finds a shell that's too big for him, he'll sit there and he'll wait till another hermit crab comes by, and soon you have a whole bunch of hermit crabs around the big shell, and they will all iteratively step function pass their shells to the other hermit crab that needs a shell until all of the shells have an owner. Kind of crazy when you think about it, how animals figure out little things like that. Cooperation from a crustacean, which is not, in my opinion, a thing that you really expect from that. Hey, relax, bro. Ow, bro. I thought we were going to be friends, man. That's what friends do. They poke each other with spears. Oh, that one probably going to hurt, man. He got the red glowies when he went for that one. All right, he's down. And we got ourselves another chitin and another flint. There is kind of an abandoned camp over here. It's possible that I may be able to salvage something from it. But seeing as it's an open world game, I don't know how procedural this game is supposed to be. Like, that's one of the things that I'm not appraised on is I don't know if this is actually like a designed map that the creators made, or if it's going to be proceduralized all the way through to give you a different adventure each time. I suppose that should be one of those things that I track down before doing a first impressions feature, huh? But that would require me to be good at my job, and alas, I am a 2011 YouTuber. The never-ending knowledge of the internet from some cursory Googling says that we don't actually know how procedural the game is. So it's definitely procedural, but they haven't really talked about how procedural the game is and how hand-designed the game is. My guess would be that with little camps and stuff like this, they're maybe hand-designed, but it's hard to say. Ow! That spear stab hurt like hell, bro. That was the worst. All right, I'm just gonna... Ugh. I got no energy left, but I need him to die. A crudely carved bowl. Oh, Jesus! I did not expect that at all, and it looks like I now have poison in my system. All right, Clam. I didn't think of you as a threat, but now we are enemies forevermore. There's a ladder right here. Let's clear out the bottom level first, though. Oh, that poison's working its way through my system right now. It is not full. I do have that antidote, though. Can I, like, drink that? Where's the antidote at? There we go. I figured out how to drink there. We got poison immunity for 24 seconds. That's nice. That's a nice little kicker for a poison potion. That counted, huh? Okay, hitboxes need a little work. Because he stabbed very, very wide of me for that to count. What do you want? Oh, he walked through a fire and he caught on fire. I was not expecting that either. That's a nice little detail. Oof. Okay. Very painful. Do not like. I might have to go sword and board, bro. My dodging skills are apparently really, really bad. Like, I'm looking at the situation right now, and all I can really feel is a sigh deep down inside of me. My spear is also not being utilized to its full length. There we go. Plant fibers. Probably use that for cloth or burlap or something. What's up with you, crab? You trying to do your thing right now? There we go. Knocked him out. Took care of business. It looks like there's fish traps over here. You got some vittles for me? Nice. They've got custom animations for harvesting all the little nodes and things that can be on the map. You love to see it. Can I dive down in the water? This might be a good location to try that out. I have pushed a number of buttons and diving has not happened yet. So, I don't know if we're like stuck on the surface in this game, but let's continue our ravaging of this goblin camp that was doing us no harm whatsoever, and just keep putting blood on our sword, man. We got to keep that XP flowing. Up the hill, we got more goblin aggro. I don't know if he's got a gun or what, but I heard like, oh, he's got dynamite. Gotcha. He got the impact grenades. Okay, you're a little toxic. You're a little toxic. Impact grenades, not one of those things that I want to deal with out here today. Just stab him up, and we've got a soiled Gribbles loincloth. Gross, dude. I wear it on my head? Oh, nah, bro. Absolutely not. No. Oh, God. There's not enough Purell in the world. There's not enough soap. Like, nuh-uh. No thank you. Eck the Scout. He does look a little more wiry than the ones we fought before. Oh, he shivved me up good, dude. He shivved me up real good. Okay, we gotta land hits, but we also gotta, like, avoid being dead. I'm just gonna dance around him a little bit. Oh, he got the big attack going out right there. Okay, he tried to catch me with that head smack. It looks like you can just sidestep around that combo, so I'll try to keep that in mind as we go forward. Yeah, there we go. Get in behind him, break some of that stability. I got no energy left. I got back up. At least until that green meter gets a little more full. I don't think we're going to stagger him before we kill him. Okay, the kick didn't knock me back or anything. I was concerned about the kick launching me across the entire arena and, like, putting my head through the wall. Caught that one, too. Let's just finish this, man. What do you got going on? You got, like, a shiv or something? The Scout's Dagger. Yeah, that'll work. I'd like to get a shield back up and running. There we go. Okay, same combo on all weapons of a similar type. Let you develop a little bit of muscle memory. We got a stick, and we got some wood. And then is that like a switch or something? Oh, you gotta step on the button in the middle of the platform. Okay. How we looking over here? How rad is the treasure situation looking? And we got another antidote, a small health potion, and a throwing knife. As long as I've got the healing spell, though, I'm not actually that concerned about my situation. Can I jump over to that? It kind of looks like I can, but there's no crouch mode. I think I might be a little bit too tall. That's a experience that I've never experienced before because I'm not like a big guy, but being too tall is kind of a headache. Okay, so we did the blocking thing that it wanted me to do. Hey, and we've got perfect parries, too. I was just trying to get that entire, like, tutorial thing done. I didn't even realize there was a parry. So we can shield bash in order to open the enemy up for, like, some serious whoopination. Let's grab this right here. Okay, a few more goodies inside. What does the charged harpy feather do? Instantly relocates the user to their ship. Oh. Well, I mean, I think we're done here. So, like, throw that thing in the air and let's get out of here. Sick, dude. With the superhero landing and everything. Now that I'm back on the ship, it does look like I can make a research desk, but I need a hammer in order to do it. So, like, let's get out of that menu right there, and we'll make the hammer real fast because that's not that difficult. I think it was just wood on this guy, right? An A-quality mallet. Oh, cool. I get to enchant it because I did perfect on the minigame. Let's go. I mean, physical damage dealt seems like a winner to me. And now that I have a hammer, let's get this research desk done because I want to see what the research system looks like. And we'll come back over this way, and we'll just plop that right there. And we'll throw the mallet in there. Flint's all nice and done. And it looks like we can research various sets. So we can get basic workstations. We can get flint and wooden weaponry, which might be a good come up. We can also get armor. I like the idea of armor. So, like, let's research this thing. Oh, I kind of get what's happening here. Okay, so if we drop in various stuff, it will adjust that marker. They've actually used this. So there was a game called Potion Craft that had a mini game similar to this that, like, the different ingredients that you would put on the grid would move you in different ways so that you could research new stuff. I like that. Burlap takes us down. So let's go get the helmet. And then if I've got, like, left... There we go. Let's get the cuisses as well. We're going to have to move a long way back across this thing, though, because it looks like it stays where it's at. Oh, you can return to center. Okay, gotcha. Well, let's go over here, then. And we'll just put some ropes up that way, and we'll get the pauldrons. All right, so now that we have that stuff researched, let's get ourselves some actual real proper armor. We're going to need a lot of chitin for that to work. So, like, we got to get our farm boy on here. We got to farm it out a little bit. This island is done, however. We were bearing east, so let's cut it south a little bit. I see an island to our right, and I see an island full speed ahead. Let's get this island over here. Hey, and looky there. This one's actually got a dock. All right, so furl that a little bit. I'm not trying to, like, furl it a ton, but I would like to pull into the dock. That way I don't have to get myself... I hate having wet socks, man. And every time I get off the boat, I have wet socks. It's the worst. Oh, no, I hit the wrong key. I have wet socks anyways. It doesn't matter. It looks like we drifted a little past anyways. Is that what a trap? It's a trap, damn it. Just take him out real fast. We got goblins over here. Let's go get them. Dude, the dagger, it uses like 0 stamina when you're killing stuff. I like that. I like the rapid fire SMG weapons. I can live with that right there. I was hoping there'd be a few more crabs on this island, though. That's what I am the most enthusiastic about, is a little tiny bit of crab smashing. Oh, I messed that one up. Okay, all right, all right. Stabs are a little slow. Let me heal myself real fast. I gotta get a feel for these parries. There we go. I'm trying to be a parry god. The little gong that it makes when I parry a guy is so satisfying. It's like, dong. Like, it's very, very satisfying to, like, unleash the dong, all right? Oop, hit the wrong key. And now I'm dead. Doesn't look like you lose anything or any stuff. And so I think death is just kind of like a run back type deal in this game, which I'm fine with. I've kind of outgrown, oh, we drop all of our money when we die. There we go. I got him on that one. It's just I got practice a little more, dude. Down he goes. Plant fibers acquired. Somehow this guy didn't hear any of the chaos unfolding. Got him with that one. Down he goes. Hell yeah. I'm feeling this, dude. This is not bad. Can I pick up the telescope right there? I can't pick up the telescope. Every good pirate needs a telescope, dude. What kind of remedial garbage-ass pirate does not have himself? I got no radiance left. I should probably do something about that. There we go. Drink a couple radiant... No, 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 no! It swapped items on me. Yeah, so to avoid that accident happening, for whatever reason, if the thing that you use from your consumable in the bottom right-hand corner is on cooldown, it auto-swaps you to the next item. Get rid of that. That's not, I want to, like, manually select the thing that I want to use, and if it's on cooldown, just be like, dunk, and tell me it's on cooldown. You feel me? Let's get a little bit of that going right there. Oh, we got 2 of them we got to deal with. All right. Well, we're going to have to dance around them a little bit. Got that one, though. Oh, I got both of them. Hell yeah, dude. Okay. Some tropical nuts. Hey, crabs. That's what I need, dude. This is one of those rare occasions where a man needs crabs. Let's go ahead and take them out. I grew up crab fishing. I don't know if you guys grew up crab fishing. Crab fishing, very popular where I'm at in California. Like, we used to do it out at, like, Bodega Bay or, like, Dillon Beach. Oh, there's a big dog right there. I need to not get smacked by this guy. I have very little radiance left. And in the interest of protecting myself... Oh, dude, I did the thing that I said I wasn't gonna do. What's he doing? What is that? I don't know. He was thumping the ground, and it changed the ground texture, and I wasn't sure exactly what was happening here. What does that ground texture do? Does it, like, slow me down or something? Doesn't look like it. We didn't get any chitin off of him, though, which is kind of a little bit of a robbery. I'm just saying. I would like to have a little bit of that. Is that? Oh, there's a ladder over there. Okay. I didn't know if that was one of those raised platforms that I was going to be able to elevate myself with. But we got to do this one by pure muscle power. On the plus side, treasure chest up here. Anything good? I accidentally used up my feathers. So any way that I can get more feathers so that I don't have to do the long walk of shame back to base, I would appreciate. That would be the best. So here's a fun fact that just popped up on a tutorial. The reason we're not getting any mana back from attacking enemies is because you cannot generate mana at night. That's why the game is so desperately asking me to go to sleep. The world gets more dangerous at night. Things hit harder, and on top of that, you can't generate mana to use any of your abilities. So that explains a number of things I was curious about. We do have a bunch of goblins over here, but I don't know exactly how I want to fight them. I fell into the water. Oh, they can come into the water after me? Oh, they're just walking along the bottom. Okay, that's a little janky and wonky. Is there a way for me to, like, jump back up without getting stabbed? Looks like there's some stairs over here. There we go. Now I'm back up and in the action. Crabs. Crabs are what I need to kill more than anything else. If I can get like 20 or 30 chitons, I can make a new armor set. And with the way I get chunked right now, I think I would like to have the armor set. But my thoughts about the game so far are that it's promising, dude. This is not bad right here. Like, they've done a solid job with this. They've got combat that feels weighty. It feels impactful. The iframes feel like they're tuned properly. Open world piratical adventures that allow you to have your own ship, always popular with people. So I think this one's going to be fairly marketable. The sound effects, everything seems to be working. I would have liked to have seen a little more enemy variety at this point on the islands we've been going towards, but it's not a deal breaker because we are kind of in that initial period of the game right now where goblins are kind of the requisite enemy that you're always going to be fighting in a fantasy game. But still, this is actually much better than I expected. I took a look at the Steam page and I was like, okay, yeah, dude, another crafting, survival, open world sandbox. Sure, I don't have anything for the weekend. I'll give it a go. But this one actually turned out to be a bit of a charmer. I like the creativity inside of the research system where you've actually got to plot a course all around a little grid in order to unlock new things by donating materials. It may be a little, is that going to be a trap? It may end up being a little bit grindy in order to make that work, but you know, sometimes it's nice to tune out and grind. There is a market for that. There are a number of different games that I play that are basically just grinding while I have Netflix playing on a second monitor, and that's definitely a very, very real thing in gaming, and so it's a nice mix of open world RPG, sailing, survival, crafting sandbox, and it's definitely got like a feeling of a Souls-like game in there too. Like when you get hit in this game, you get hit. That may be due to the fact that I'm mostly naked in my skivvies right now, but still, it definitely has a Soulsy angle to it too, and the bosses that we fought so far all had different strategies and abilities and stuff like that they were using. I'll definitely keep an eye on it. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we are playing around with Triarchy. Tomorrow we'll be playing around with something else. Thanks for sharing your time with me, and that's all I got for you, folks. See ya.